When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now! This gathering of clergy just happened by happenstance. Some of the clergy here in St. Louis reached out and spoke to a group that many of us are affiliated with each other from out of town. Pico Network here. We don't have an affiliate influence in St. Louis, but we've got friends and relationships in St. Louis. And so we're here because of you. So all of you go folks, just raise your hands like you see. Everybody will let them define it for us. So because we will not allow them to define justice for us, we have a list of demands. August 20th, 2014, to Mr. Robert P. McCulloch, St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney, 100 South Central Avenue, 2nd floor, Clayton, Missouri. Dear Mr. McCulloch, Faith on the Move, a coalition of clergy from various organizations across St. Louis County, the state of Missouri, and across the nation have come to your office today to demand justice. There are some unique values that we feel are important in this hour: transparency, accountability, dignity, and due process. We are deeply concerned that the people of St. Louis County have been systematically denied due process of the law because of race. Therefore, we demand the following of you.
Come on.
Number one,
yes,
an expeditious and thorough grand jury investigation into the death of Michael Brown.
That's right.
Number two, if and when Darren Wilson is indicted, we expect the immediate arrest of Darren Wilson.
That's right.
Number three, your recusal as prosecutor of this case. And a request for a special prosecutor to be named. And number four, for your office to follow up to the complaint filed in 2013 by the St. Louis chapter of the NAACP Legal Defense Fund with regards to racial profiling in St. Louis County. Thank you for your faithful and immediate attention to these concerns. Sincerely signed, Assorted Clergy of St. Louis County. What do we want? Justice! What do we want? Now! Do you think you'd have to pull together a protest of clergy to come down here to the county office to get justice? No! What we want is the same thing everybody wants. We want to be able to have justice, and we want it now.
Sometimes I feel like giving up. But I remember a God that kept watch over me. And as I come and gather during this hour, I know that He didn't abandon me. And if He didn't abandon me, He won't abandon us. So we call on His precious name, asking God to keep His arms wrapped around us. Keep our children safe from all hurt, harm, and danger. Keep us on the battlefield, letting us remember that the race is not given to the swift, but to those who endure to the end. So we continue to fight the good fight, recognizing that we're not going to give up. We recognize the fact that we got to hold our hand to the plow and not look back. Go with us, Father. Guide us, Father. Lead us, Father. And we promise you that we'll give you all the honor, all the glory, and all of God's people say, amen.
Well, I'm a part of a group called the Justice Corps. We're a St. Louis native group. It's relatively new, actually. The Michael Brown thing was what inspired it. We were all friends before, though. So basically what we do is we go out every night and try to keep the police providing water to making sure that people are protesting and are being able to use that anger and turn it into passion for the cause, not sparking out any negativity within the group to cause harm for people. Our long-term goal is to definitely get voter registration up, get people participating in local government, going to these town hall meetings, being active. Ferguson, for a fact, has 35,000 citizens. Less than 2,000 voted on August 5th in the local elections. So the people who are in office are representation of a very small percentage, but it's not the majority of the citizens. And when things like this happen, we need to step up us, and they were put in office by us, so they don't have our best interests in mind. So that's definitely something that we want to be able to communicate. I think when you're younger and they see you and they can relate to you, it's just easier to get them out their house and to participate. So we're trying to use our face and our names. We have local rappers. I'm probably talking too fast, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
No, we have local rappers, Tefco, T-Dub, Corey Black is a poet here. All of those guys are in the group. They're on the ground every day. They're over there right now.
Okay.
And I'm just a behind the scenes person. I've never really been on camera. But the cause, we just want to keep the peace, and we want to be able to affect change immediately and, in the long run.
Yeah,
Michael Brown is of the utmost importance right now. We definitely want to get this officer indicted. We definitely want to get these charges brought on. But the long term goal is to prevent things like this from ever happening, so that there will be no spark to start another riot, because things like this are prevented.
Exactly.
How can other young people help?
You can definitely tweet, Facebook, Instagram us. If you're in St. Louis, like I said, Kayla Reed, Tefco, Corey Black, Rika Tyler, all of us are in these groups together. We've put out requests to get people's emails so that we do mass blasts, so that you'll know where we're at and what we're doing. It's still all kind of forming. We're only 11 days in, but we definitely have every intention on making sure that this is something that continues on.
And then with basically, once that media spotlight is off,
yeah, that's definitely a process. I never wanted the media spotlight, but for me, it's about the fact that I have a nephew that's starting the Ferguson School District as a high school freshman, and I don't ever want him to have to walk home and feel that fear. I don't ever want to have to explain to him how he should behave in front of a police officer, what he cannot say, or to just be fearful, because they're here to serve and protect us. And oftentimes when you're a minority in St. Louis, it seems like they're here to silence and oppress us, and that's not okay.